Hello, my name's Elizabeth McDermott, student 9986065 at Swinburne University, currently completing Unit Business, Society and Sustainability. Today I'll compare stakeholder management in two settings: a for-profit organisation, Food Connect Shed, represented by Director Chelsea Baker, and a not-for-profit organisation called SecondBite, represented by Eliza, Hobba, Head of Sustainability. Both contribute to Australia's food system but approach stakeholder priorities in very different ways. Australia wastes roughly 7.6 million tonnes of food annually. Organisations like Food Connect Shed and SecondBite address this issue from distinct economic models, one commercial, one charitable. Understanding how their managers engage stakeholders reveals how purpose shapes practice in sustainability and social responsibility. I conducted structured interviews using the four guiding questions provided, asking about key stakeholders, stakeholder priorities, tensions or conflict, organisational responsibility for social issues. Thematic analysis allowed me to compare the findings with stakeholder theory and contemporary corporate social responsibility frameworks. Chelsea Baker identified investors, farmers, consumers, and government collaborators as key stakeholders. Eliza Hobba listed corporate partners, growers, government funders, and community organisations. Both emphasise collaboration and partnership networks, reflecting the Australian Government's 2025 call for cross-sectoral cooperation to reduce food waste. For Food Connect Shed, stakeholder priorities focus on return on investment and transparency. Investors and funding partners want measurable outcomes, proof that social enterprise can be profitable. This aligns with Richeld et al. 2023, who found rising consumer demand for demonstrable sustainability performance in the private sector. At SecondBite, Eliza Hobba manages priorities driven by social value and impact data. Government and donors seek metrics: kilograms rescued, meals delivered, carbon saved. Community partners prioritise dignity and cultural appropriateness. This aligns with Ben and Bolton 2011, who highlight ethical legitimacy as central to the corporate social responsibility framework in the not-for-profit context. Chelsea faces pressure from larger market players and funding consortiums to align differing objectives for a familiar challenge in Australia's highly concentrated grocery sector. Eliza instead navigates a balance between donors' expectations and recipients' real needs, a more horizontal power dynamic. Each must build trust while maintaining accountability. Both managers describe tension and conflict. Chelsea negotiates between stakeholders pursuing different commercial and environmental outcomes, a process of constant goal alignment, whereas Eliza recounted donors offering unsuitable products, such as confectionery during a disaster relief. She resolves this by redirecting the generosity without rejecting goodwill, reflecting Gray's 1989 model of constructive stakeholder negotiation. Both interviewees view their organisations as socially responsible. Chelsea links local food systems to climate action and community development, an example of creating shared value. Eliza sees SecondBite's mission as feeding people and reducing waste while supporting partners and addressing inequality. Her approach embodies collaborative governance. Public scrutiny of major retailers such as the ACCC's investigation into Woolworths and Coles and concerns about junk food marketing shows the growing demand for corporate ethics. These cases illustrate the societal context shaping stakeholder expectations. Authenticity, transparency, and fairness are now essential to organisational legitimacy. As this table shows, the contrast between the two organisations becomes clear when we look at their stakeholder management side by side. For Food Connect Shed, the focus is on financial sustainability combined with social impact. Their power baselines mainly with investors and consortium partners, so decision making is often driven by funding requirements and measurable returns. This reflects an instrumentational stakeholder approach where engagement is a means to achieve commercial and strategic goals. In contrast, SecondBite operates from a mission-driven perspective. Its power comes from donors, government funders, and local communities, and stakeholder relationships are grounded on ethics, trust, and shared values. Conflicts are typically about alignment with social purpose. For example, when well-meaning donations don't fit their nutritional standards. And in terms of accountability, Food Connect Shed reports a return on investment and impact data, while SecondBite emphasises mission integrity and transparency. Overall, the findings illustrate how for-profits manage stakeholders to sustain business performance, whereas not-for-profits manage stakeholders to uphold legitimacy and community well-being, two different expressions of the same fundamental management challenge. In summary, stakeholder management reflects organisational purpose, Food Connect Shed priorities, strategic alignment and measurable return on investment, balancing investor confidence with community ethics. SecondBite prioritises collaboration, inclusion and social legitimacy, ensuring dignity and reducing waste. Both illustrate that effective management across profit and purpose depends on authentic relationships, transparency, and shared social responsibility. Thank you. Here are a list of the references used for this assignment.